someone has to change. Someone has to be the change agent. So that change agent we have to be. So we have to speak, because our story people aren't aware. We have to tell our story. So how we will tell our story when we don't know it ourselves? First we have to know. First we have to inform everyone. So how will we inform? How can we make the change? So change can't happen with one person. We have to get everyone. Collective voice has to come. So united efforts have to be there. So in 2015, on March 18, 2015, I first proposed on social media we should have a Rasgulla Divasa and a Rasgulla Day, where everyone will collectively join, use the hashtag Rasgulla Divasa, and we will share on social media. And then people will know that Rasgulla's origin is in Odisha, and everyone will then join in, and they will accept about Sri Jagannath Ji and Neeladri Vijay also, because people aren't aware of Neeladri Vijay. So they should know it's the last day of the Rath Yatra where Mahaprabhu presents Rasgulla to his wife, Devi Lakshmi, who is upset because he has gone for the Rath Yatra along with his brother and sister. They have not taken her along, and there are so many other incidents that happen. And Rath Yatra is not just for one day, and or for 2 days. Bahuda Yatra is the second day. People used to think that. There are other days as well, and it continues for 12 or 13 days. Like last year it was for 13 days, usually for 12 days it is there. During the Navakalpa Rath Yatra also it was for 13 days. And last day of the Rath Yatra is always Neeladri Vijay, which is Rasgulla Divasa. So we did that on July 30, 2015. We all united together. We shared about it on social media, and it trended on Twitter. That's when everyone started writing, oh, we didn't know that Rasgulla has anything to do with Puri, with Odisha, and that was the discussion. It was a good thing, and then our government set up 3 committees, and they started doing research. Before that, people did not even write one line that Rasgulla belongs to Odisha. They started writing research papers. There were discussions, then more articles were written, published. There were TV discussions, debates. Our intention was to start Rasgulla Divasa so that we can end all debate and discussion that where is the origin. We want the correct thing to be known. We want the correct representation. We want Odisha to get her due. That was the starting. But then, what are the other products of Odisha? Apart from Rasgulla, Odisha has so many other products. If you can see my dress right here, and if I ask you, what is this sari? Can anyone say what is this sari? Most people know only one sari, which is Sambalpuri, but this is one of the GI tag sari. This is Bomkai sari of Odisha. Then this is the Odisha Ikar, the Khandua. That is another 2 GIs which we have. The one which you see over here, this is the Gita Govinda Khandwa, wherein the verses of Gita Govinda are hand woven. And by the way, Jayadeva, a poet, he belonged to Odisha and he composed Gita Govinda in Odisha. And even today, Sri Jagannath Ji wears this. This Khandwa Vastra during the Bada Singhara Besa. During the night, every night they will, the siblings they wear this, and then they listen to the Gita Govinda also. So this is all culturally linked. And this of course is a Pipli applique jacket. You can see Odisha map, the geographical area you can see. And I have Rasgulla as my earring over here. So this we have to inform everyone, and all of us have to become brand ambassador. We have to wear, we have to promote, gift, and use and advocate. All this has to come from us. And we started doing that from 2015 itself. We informed everyone what are the GIs, and we worked for that. More after 2017, because we saw that the report which the committee had prepared and they had already submitted to government, that was not acted on, and the GI, this application was not submitted from Odisha. Whereas in 2017, November 14, Bengal got the GI tag for Bangla Rasgulla because they had applied in 2015 itself. But our Odisha had not applied. But we were told that Odisha has lost, Bengal has won, Odisha is a loser of the battle war, and that Bengal actually owns the Rasgulla. It began over there. It is Bengal's invention. All that happened, and as a proud Odia who knows what are the facts, and I felt very bad that Mahaprabhu Jagannath's product, it is Mahalakshmi, it belongs to Mahalakshmi and Mahaprabhu. It is not getting its due recognition, and Odisha cannot be the loser because this belongs to us. So we have to apply for our GI, and that's when we started working for our GI application, which we submitted in 2018. So in 2018, other applications were also submitted. Just think, from 2011 to 2017, not a single GI application was submitted from Odisha. We had only 14 products that time. But from 2018 onwards, all our applications are going. Like in 2018, 3 applications were submitted, including Odisha Rasgulla, which we got in 2019. We were awarded the tag. That included Kandhamar Haladi, Araku Valley Arabica coffee, as well as Odisha Rasgulla. So these 3 we got. So as on date, we have 26 GI tags. So many of us wouldn't even have heard some of the names, which happened because even we belong to Ganjam district, so even I hadn't heard of Ganjam Kyoda flower or Ganjam Kyoda rue. So Kyoda is a kind of flower from where the rue extract is there, and then it is used for many products in biryani. It is put that Kyoda water is put, then it's used in perfume, in pan masala, so many variety. And it seems Ganjam has 90% of India's Kyoda cultivation, so that people aren't aware. So we have to create that awareness. So we did that. We tried to share as much as possible. We got other people involved. Other stakeholders came into the picture. They asked, what you give our product also. We want GI for this. We started talking to people like this Kolkata Tarapasi people. We united them and said Tarapasi must get our GI because it deserves. We should apply. And we started the work for the GI, and then we suggested some like the Sora art, Nanja Sora painting. That's a tribal art. Many people think the name is Worli art, but Worli painting is a GI of Maharashtra. It's similar painting of us, our tribals are doing, so we can apply. So similarly, then which other products can get GI? Because there was 14 which we had, like Kotpat handloom, which you found Akash is wearing. That's a shirt from Uttal Amrita, the store, and my sister Anita Sabat and me. That's my idea, but she's the implementer. So we have this world's first Odisha handloom GI store. So she will tell more about that. So we are promoting the GI handlooms and handicrafts over there. But apart from that, Kotpat handloom was the first. Then Odisha Ikat, Odisha Patachitra, Konark stone carving, Pipli applique work, Khandwa sari and fabrics, Gopalpur tussar, Dhara Pathara Padda and fabrics, Sambalpuri Bandha sari and fabrics, Bonkai sari and fabrics, Habaspuri sari and fabrics, Parampur Patta and Joda. Parampur Khoda Kuma Patta and Joda. Then Ganjam Kyoda flower and Ganjam Kyoda rue. So these were the initial 14 which were there. Thereafter, after our work, these 3, the other 3 which I told you, Kandhamar Haladi, Odisha Rasgulla, as well as Araku Valley Arabica coffee. So we had 17 GIs. So when we had 17, we said we have to inform everyone. That's when COVID happened. And then we told our weaver, and we said we want all this on a sari. We want to inform everyone about that. And the result is the sari which I have over here. So this is a sari which has all these 17 products, and I'm very proud to say that we got this GI. All the GIs of Odisha are depicted over here, along with the GI name, the picture, and the number of the application, GI application, as well as the logo, GI logo and tagline. So what you can see over here, this is the GI logo. So GI is done by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Under that, then DPIIT, one department is the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Under that, the GI registry is there. So this is the GI logo, and it says Atulya Bharat ki Amulya Nidhi, or invaluable treasures of incredible India. Also in Odia it is written Atulya Bharatara Amulya Nidhi. And here the 17 GIs are listed. This is the anchal of the sari, and I already showed you the body where all these GIs are there. All the 17 GIs over here. So this won the National Handloom Award in 2024. The sari has been woven by Rasananda Meher weaver. Weaver's name is Shri Rasanand Meher, and the designing and this implementation, the concept was made reality by Shri Prafula Meher designer. So this was done, and I was so happy. And last year after COVID, finally when they did, because the competition was much, but still this sari won. This is Sambalpuri Bandha as well as Odisha Ikat. So when we say Odisha Ikat, it is tie and dye weaving. So in Odia it is called Bandha Koda. So Bandha Koda, Odisha Ikat, also Sambalpuri Bandha is a type, as well as Khandwa sari and fabric. So our company Sabat Exports Private Limited, that is the first Odisha Ikat authorized user of the GI tag. So we have the GI certificate. So when you have the GI certificate, it gives authenticity. It gives that you are procuring from the area where it is being done. So that place we are procuring from there. And not only just for ourselves, it is not. We are also trying to get all our weavers, artisans, artists, farmers, everyone included. So we had worked for the Ganjam flower and brew also, because their application, like it's valid for 10 years. Once you register for GI, it is valid for 10 years, and that 10 years had expired in during COVID time. So we reached out to them, and then we ensured that again the application was renewed. So all these works we are doing in the background. We are trying to support, help, inform, and we have inspired many. Like many people who were earlier not wearing Odisha handloom, or were not trying to use, like if I ask how many people have a Pipli applique bag, or if I say are you using a Pipli applique chandua or a lampshade in your home, then you will say not many would have. Do you? How many have? Oh, that's great. We have 4 hands we have in the audience. That's great. Because usually if I ask how many people are wearing an Odisha handloom, which none in the audience except my sister and now Akash, 2 people are wearing. No, but even if you have, it's
so that's
not
like from the special festivals.
Why special? Every day is special, and every day we should try to
everyone can
use a bit, at least a dupatta, at least.
2000.
No, dupattas are available like 500, 600, 1000, 1500. Just one dupatta you can have. Whatever dress you wear a jacket or dupatta, if not anything, a bag. We can use. We are spending lots, and we see branded bags, people using branded bags. People wearing other states handloom during their weddings, during birthdays, you're buying clothes, new clothes. Whenever we have an occasion or any important event or any celebration, let us go for our traditional local products. So that would be the request for us. So after we did, this was done, so during COVID anyway, this sari could not be submitted because there were not it was not being held. But then after it was done, that's fine. But meanwhile, so many other applications were submitted. So last year we got, Odisha got the 18th GI, which is this Kendra Pada Rasabadi. So we got that, and after that last year we got 8 GIs, in which we had this Pante Mundi Baigana, which is of Nayagad brinjal. Then we had the Kai Chutney of Siblipal. Then I already told about the 2 handloom handicraft products, which is this Kapda shawl, the Dungriya shawl, then the Lanja Sora painting. So these 2 are actually handicrafts from this Katak Rupa Tarakasi, which also got last year. And then we have the Ara Pride, like Atulya Bharati Amuli Nidhi. So we have to inform everyone and create awareness and use, share, promote, and let us all become brand ambassadors. And many of these are directly, indirectly linked with Sri Jagannath Ji and with Puri, and with different, of course, different places of Odisha, and other applications are already in the process, like this Nayagad Chinnapodo. So that is also there. So we are trying to advocate, like next time when you have a birthday or anniversary or any celebration, just go for a chinnapodo instead of buying, or in addition to buying the cake, which we are already doing, because when we have exhibition events outside the state, then Amrita always takes the chinnapodo along and we just cut before the exhibition. So we can be the change that we want to be, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Stay here for the questions. For the you guys have got some questions, ठीक है? तो this I'll hand you over, ठीक है? लगेगा कैमरा एंगल नहीं चाहिए, टच में रह जाएगा. ठीक है, just raise your hands. Whoever wants the question, I'll provide. ठीक है?
Yes, she wanted to say, okay, so I have heard this,
Hearing, okay. So we created some products which were earlier not there in the market. So this is one of that. This is in paper mache. It has been created a pot of rasgulla with some rasgullas, which you can see Odisha rasgulla is written. So this when Odisha got the GI tag on July 29, 2019. So that time I wore this for the occasion. And also we got it painted on sari. Earlier we did not have Niladri Bijay depiction on Pattochitra. No one had ever done that before. So we did that earlier itself in 2018 on a kurta. We told our artist to create that 3 rathas and bhaktas offering rasgulla. So that is a Niladri Bijay offering. That is the only day when bhaktas offer rasgulla to Mahaprabhu. Many people did not know. So जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, जो बिकता है वो दिखता है. It is told in Hindi. So after people saw that, because how much will we tell? When we tell anything, then we are claiming, we are making unfair claims, we are parochial. When others say, it is their rightful thing. That is the correct thing to do. When our neighbor says that, they are fine. They have history, but they have nothing. They are saying it's 1868 they started it. But our cultural tradition is for so many centuries. So this is just one of the depiction, and then I found that they have also come up with an image in which they have made Ma Durga wear this similar kind of earrings. So we started it.
Namaskar ma'am, and actually I had to ask you something. I make Pattachitras, Odia Pattachitras. I have made one Raghunath and Lakshmi as well, but whenever I open internet, I see digital art Pattachitras. So what is your take on it?
Yes, we have tried to sensitize everyone about it, and this digital art, this copying printing is nothing new. In fact, I was also seeing this, J.P. Das ji has written a book about this patta paintings, puri paintings of Odisha, like that he has written. Over there also it is written that earlier when Pattachitra was, one person tried to revive it, and a foreign lady, Helena Jelly. So when she revived it, then one group also, they created many copies of that Thia Badia, one Pattachitra, Patta painting is there, which people come and take from here as souvenir. So when that was made, it has the entire depiction of Sri Jagannath's temple, and everything is there in that. It's a painting. So that painting they made copies and they sold. So someone who cannot afford that painting, they will take a copy, a printout, and they will go. It was like that. But then now everywhere, even in the bookmark, even in the painting, and the worst thing is they are not telling that it's a copy, it's a printed version. So if they are selling the print, they should mention it is printed. But it's not. That's not happening. So the original is getting affected.
Ma'am, as I do belong to Mayurbhanj itself, I would like to for you to educate me on some GI tags that we got from Mayurbhanj.
So Mayurbhanj is a Simlipal Kai Chutney. That is from Mayurbhanj, and the other sari has been given that Mayurbhanj sari. So that has been Jhala Phutta, it is called. So that sari also the GI has been applied, not yet. And there are so many other products like the Sabai grass is also being done, so that application has also been submitted. And there are so many other products which can be applied which we are not aware. Like I said, we belong to our district and we ourselves don't even know the names, leave alone getting those. That, yeah.
Namaskar. I have more of a comment than a question. I'll save my question for Anita. So one of the things that I think is very, very important about what you're doing is, in addition to providing a light on all the fantastic crafts that we have in Orissa, it also helps to preserve the craft so that the artisans who practice them can continue and teach their children, which I'm finding is not happening. So thank you for what you do. I'm very proud to be a buyer from Aretha and happy to do business with you and hope to make my small contribution to preserving and promoting these crafts.
Thank you so much for promoting. That is all thanks to my sister. She's the one who's helping with Columbia. Yeah.
I do have one question related to GI tags.
Okay.
So basically we have an Odia sweet, it's called Khaja. So the Khaja is actually a GI tag by Bihar, I guess, and
Yes,
yes.
yes.
But we don't have the GI tag in Odisha.
Okay, so we have to apply. Because when I started researching for this, and I wrote also, initially when I wrote letter to our ex-CM that we have to apply, and then I saw Bihar has already submitted application for Silao Khaja. It is for Silao Khaja, and I had the opportunity to first see and taste it last year when Ministry of Culture had invited me to Nalanda Mahavihara. So I went to Nalanda University, and the Silao is on the way to the Patna airport. So I tasted it, and I bought some also. That time I was in Bangalore, I was going, I said I'll give to my neighbors. The taste is different and it looks different. And unfortunately though, I carried it very carefully. I held it in my hand and I took. By the time I reached my destination, many of those had crumbled. So it was like pastry, very layered and very brittle and soft it was. But our khaja comparatively is better if you just carry it in a bag, which I was doing in a polythene bag. So that stays, I don't think that will break like this, it was too brittle. So we can also apply for our, and this time I was just in Puri for about 8 days, some days ago. So there also I went and we initial discussion with the Sri Mandira administration that we should apply for this. Actually, whenever we apply for something, we need to know A to Z about it. We need the information. Who will provide the information? How much can we search? And whatever we search online, that's correct or not, we do not know. We have to give the correct representation. Now, I want to add two other GIs which I forgot to mention. One is a Dhinkanal Magji. So Magji, Moggaji Laddu is also there in Puri. But that is a different, Moggaji Laddu is different, Dhinkanal Magji is different. Magji is also a type of laddu, but that is made from buffalo milk chhena. So that's different. The Moggaji Laddu, which many of us would have eaten Puri, that's different. So the names are similar. And then there is misrepresentation in the newspaper. If you see, many people think it is a Puri Laddu. They are writing Dhinkanal Moggaji Laddu. They think it's the same as what is available in Puri. That is wrong. So correctly how we will write, how we will share, that is our responsibility. Another is the Buddha. The Odisha Buddha, that has also been applied, the jaggery. So for that also, those places where it's done, this Gajapati district, over there and nearby district. So correct area representation must also be there. And because after we started writing about this, one of them asked his mother, "Mother, is it true? Are Dhalapatra weavers there? I've never heard of this before. I read in this blog." Like that. And then that person ultimately went on to make a movie about Dhalapatra Parda. That's another thing, that only 2 weavers are presently there and the numbers we have to increase. Similarly, this Habaspuri, there's another from Kalahandi district. Habaspuri sari that just has around 6 weavers now. So the numbers of that also has to be increased. And pronunciation, how we pronounce our product, how we will promote it, that all depends on us. Should we call it Roshogolla or should we call it Rasola? Just the way we say. But it belongs to us. Other people have learned and made.
I have one more thing to say. Actually, it's controversial, but I think to say something like.
Controversial mic को अरे सुनो ये रिकॉर्ड होगा ये इसमें आप सब सुनाई देंगे
Okay, so fine. Okay, so fine. Actually, the Bengalis claim that they started, or maybe they represented the Durga Puja in like Kolkata. They do have some, you can say not GI tags, maybe certificates.
And they have got the UNESCO,
yes.
recognition for
Yeah.
that.
Yes, ma'am. But
yes.
I have one historian friend. He's also Odia, but living in Bangalore.
Mhm.
He is a very good researcher actually in the field of history and like Buddhist, mostly Odisha history.
Mhm.
So he told me maybe 2-3 months ago. He told me that he found one inscription from Mayurbhanj. There's one Bhanja king, which is the first mention of a Durga Puja in Odisha. Even Bengals don't have any inscriptions over there, but we do have one inscription which has like that king. But still nobody knows about it. And they say,
Not only inscription, we have this stone carving, the statues
Yes.
which are there. And Mayurbhanj, you are very correct. We have seen those
They
stone.
do have it.
They do
Exactly.
have stone carving in there. And our Puri Gosani Jatra or Gosani Jatra. So that is very old, and even till today we are celebrating, and that is also like Durga Puja. And because they are like jo dikhta hai wo bikhta hai. Now people do not even associate Durga Puja with Odisha. It is a huge festival over here. Even Saraswati Puja, we are celebrating it for so long.
but if
And
you are not aware of it actually.
how people will become aware. People will become aware when they are informed, and then they will take action. So otherwise it will continue. Like recently they have made one temple, you would have read in the paper, Jagannath Dham Dikha. And after we have informed them also, we are continuously sharing. They should not be using Dham in their name. They have used Dham in their social media handles. They have used Dham everywhere. And some of our Odia Buddhijibi are saying, how does it matter? Let them use Dham. There are only 4 Dham. Everyone knows that. They are saying. But that is not correct. There are 4 Dham, agree. But why should a non-Dham use Dham in its name? And they are using it continuously even after telling them. Means it's like an ego. It's an ego trip for them. They have to win at any cost. They are trying to show that. So we have to keep quiet and sit and watch. So that's not done. No?
And they have
Okay.
also mentioned that they are like a Bengali architecture, not Kalinga architecture.
They
also
did
mentioned-
change it.
Yes.
They changed it,
Okay.
inspired from Kalinga architecture because
Yes.
it's Konak stone carving.
Yes,
That
okay.
is a 12th century temple, they say. But before that, we had another temple. This was made later. That earlier temple that went, there is a lot of it, and Rath Yatra is mentioned in the Skanda Purana as well. So they are writing like yesterday's post. They have written it's the age-old Dhwaja change, that flag, the Pataka. Neela Chakra Pataka is changed every day. So there they have written this is the age-old tradition of, how can it be age-old tradition of a temple which has just been inaugurated like 3 days ago? So at least use it correctly. You have been inspired. You are directly using our logo also. Our Shri Mandira logo you have used in your own identity. So directly, even for Patachitra, Odisha Patachitra, it was registered in 2008. There, Bengal Patachitra was registered in 2018. So it is not Patachitra. Their art is called Pot. Bengal Pot or Potua. Their artists are called Potua. But they have started using Patachitra. Then it is directly, it is causing misrepresentation. It's misleading. So that should not be done. Every art has its own name. Art or product. The product, the traditional name, the local name should be used. Why copy another's name and identity? Why pass off? That is appropriation. So if you have in your own district, if you are aware of any product, some people in some village also it may be available. It can be any product, and GI is given in 6 categories, which is handloom. Earlier it was one category that handicraft had both handloom handicraft. So now we have handicraft, textiles, agricultural, natural, manufactured, and food stuff. So if a product is in any of these category, and if it is unique and special and available only in that area and done by a community, because GI is a community right. It's a type of intellectual property right, IPR. This is one of the type. Like most of you are founders, co-founders of companies, so you must be knowing copyright, trademark, patent. So similarly GI, but GI has maximum stakeholders because this belongs to community, and directly and indirectly we all are stakeholders. All of us are involved, and this is for us all. And not only all of us, we can't just say my village, my block or panchayat or city, or not even my state. We can't say that. This is of our India. So first we have to think, this is incredible India's invaluable treasures. So we have to conserve, save, protect, promote.
Namaskar. Actually, I'm asking about, I'm already proud about what you are doing, and I'm just asking about the adaptation of GI products in our day-to-day life. I think it's quite traditional that our modern peoples are not adapting it. Can we have a modern version of the traditional products that we can use in our day-to-day life? We want to promote it.
Definitely.
But,
Now see what the shirt you're wearing. I think it's a black shirt, is it? It's a black shirt, right? So here we can just have on the pocket, not much. You're saying it is costly. Just a tiny piece of an Odisha handloom we can have on the pocket. We can get a tie or simply a jacket. Even if you don't want to make the entire jacket, just the front side we can have Odisha handloom. You can give ideas, you can come to the store, the world's first Odisha handloom GI store. That is for the handloom. But for the other products, we can just make a choice. It starts with an idea and a choice, intention. Sri Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita that we will be judged by our intention. So what is our intention? We want to promote Odisha, India. So let us start by picking these products, buying for the next time. Every time we have a choice whether should I go for a branded t-shirt or should I go for a handloom shirt, or if not anything, a tie or even a handkerchief.
Cost is not a factor. The factor is that it is quite traditional, and like you have said, Chena photo is there. We can decorate it like something, and that can be used in birthdays.
Yes,
It
see,
is also
now this
healthy.
birthday was never a part of our, if you ask our grandparents or parents, did they celebrate using cake? No. So, but it has started now. I just saw one couple who were celebrating their 60th marriage anniversary, and they were proudly cutting the cake, and they have uploaded the images on social media. Then I was just thinking, everyone, we have just adopted it, that culture, whether it is singing happy birthday to you, whether it is singing, or whether it is using happy for anything, happy Holi, happy Diwali, happy Christmas. No, they don't say happy Christmas, they say Merry Christmas. They don't say happy Eid, they say Eid Mubarak. But for us, everywhere we will use happy, happy Akshaya Tritiya, happy Purnima, happy this, happy that. Why can't we use Subha? Subha is a very rich Odia, a Hindi Sanskrit word. Subha, Subha Deepavali, Subha Holi, we can use that. So it starts with our choice. So if I say Subha Janma Divasa, which that's the way started wishing everyone. So then that makes me traditional.
With bond.
So maybe other people will join in after seeing more people, more of us doing that. That means we are in a group. One person doing this singled out. What is this? trying to be different. Why? Happy is fine. Happy birthday is fine.
Thank you.
I think that's done. So a request to everyone that you have one.
Hi ma'am, it was so inspiring listening to you. It was very insightful. I have a question. You talked about the Jagannath temple that has been built in Riga. So I have a question that I have got some news from some sources that people, the Karigaro we say, from Odisha, they are going and doing the inscription over there. What do you think we should do about it? Because this is not done, right? Like,
Okay, no, see, Odia Karigar have built some of the best temples, not only in Odisha, that's what they are doing, worldwide. Because it's Akshardham in Delhi, that is also built by Odia Karigar. And even for this, and even they make murti, that is being given, Rath Yatra is celebrated worldwide. So Odia Karigar are going, that is fine, there's nothing, they are sought after, no one can do like them, and we are very grateful and proud that they have kept the heritage and tradition alive. Even now when I was in Korea, I was speaking to a couple of them who's from when, I mean so many centuries, maybe their fathers had themselves built these. So that is their, I think it is fine that we can go, and this is a way to promote. This is Odisha's soft power. Odisha and India's also, because from India outside temples are also built, and that's by Odia Karigar. They have gone and done. So when you have the skills and time to show, but those skills must be properly attributed. The name should be written. The state's name should be mentioned and correctly mentioned.
They are not mentioning that.
Exactly. So when he said it was written as Bengal architecture, and you won't even believe their Google Google search when you did, and the identity that there they were showing our Puri temple's photo. You give your own images. You own up. That is your temple. You have built it, and it is fine. Another temple has been built. That is okay. But it's a problem when you build exactly similar. You are copying everything, and you're not even owning up that you're copying. That is the issue which we have. Otherwise, there are hundreds of Jagannath temple all over the world, and it is fine. We want this Jagannath culture. This Indian culture is only Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and he is the Lord of the universe. We agree. Everyone of us, even those who don't belong to Hinduism, they also are a part of this, because his greatest Bhakta Salo figure, he has his temple nearby, and Mahaprabhu's Ratha stops by. So he also pays his regard for his Bhakta. He takes the Nadia from his Bhakta's hand. The first thing, whatever, the Kadari, Nadia, the first thing is reserved for Mahaprabhu. So that is the greatness, and we are happy to belong to this land. But how much more should we just watch things, other people appropriating our things as their own? It is high time. And if we say this belongs to Odisha, then how are we doing? This is the reality. We are just presenting what is true. Time that people should accept. And it cannot be always a one-way street. Other people will claim their own. People are saying GI tags are not important. Why you are working for them? If GI tags aren't important, why are other states filing so many others? Odisha just has 26. Other states have more than topper states have more than 60 GIs. And we can easily, our number of crafts, registered crafts is only 55. That I'm only talking about one of the category, handicrafts. We have 55 recognized handicrafts by the state government. And out of that, we just have 6 handicrafts registered under GI. The remaining are there, we should file for those. But sadly, for those, hardly anything. I was just searching, no literature is there, documentation is poor. So we need to find those instances, because for GI we have to submit all whatever is already written, what other people have told about us. Other people have told wrong things. If wrong information is mentioned in the book, then that will become our identity, unless we make efforts to change it and present what is the correct thing.
think anybody else has suggestions.
Done? Okay, so we will end. Let us get you, Rebecca.